Hey guys, welcome. Today we're gonna make a nice apple crumble pie. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna take us 15 minutes, then we're gonna pop it in the oven and then it's done. Only things you need: a grater, a spring form and an oven. That's all. Alright guys, let's get into it. Let's get baking. Ingredients wise, it's also quite simple. We're gonna use some flour. We have some rolled oats. I like to use the whole rolled oats, but you can also use the broken ones. They're a lot cheaper to buy. We're using some sugar. I have some raisins, a bit of vegan butter, some cinnamon, of course the apples, and a lemon. Alright guys, I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees Celsius. So let's get started with the apples. We're gonna grate them. I am gonna use a mandolin. You can also use any other type of grater. You just want to grate all the apples into a bowl. When you're using the mandolin, it's always very important to keep watching your fingers because they are very sharp. If you are a bit scared of the mandolin, you could use either the plastic guard that comes with it, so you don't get your fingers in the way, or just use a grater. We have the apples grated. Now it's very simple. To the apples, we're gonna add all the raisins, a bit of cinnamon, and last but not least, we're gonna grate in all the zest of one lemon, and then when we're done grating it, we're also gonna add all the lemon juice. Alright, we have our first mix done. Now it's time to make the second mix, which is even easier. We're gonna get all our ingredients and mix them up. It's time to start building the cake, and we're gonna make layers. But we're gonna start off with a spring form. I've lined the bottom of the spring form with some baking paper, and now I'm gonna line the bottom of this with some butter. I have some vegan butter, of course. Don't make this too difficult. Just grab a stick of vegan butter and rub it over the bottom. Then you're done. We've got both mixes ready. Now it's very simple. We're gonna start off with the flour and oats mixture. We're gonna build up the bottom layer. Just fill that bottom layer that is covered, then it's onto the apples. A thin layer of that one. And then we're gonna keep doing that until we run out of apples. We've used all of the apples. We're onto the last layer of the flour oats mixture. But we're making an apple crumble. And we're still missing the crumble. So I'm gonna show you how we can very easily turn this into a crumble to cover the top layer. Only thing we're gonna need is some oil. I'm just gonna use some sunflower oil. Any oil that has no flavor to it is honestly fine. Just gonna add a teaspoon at a time, mix it up until we start to see that nice crumbling layer form. We're ready to put the finishing touches on the apple crumble, and then we just have to bake it. We're gonna start off with a tiny bit of sugar. We're just gonna cover the top layer with a bit of sugar so we get that extra caramelization on top. This is the butter I have left over from the beginning. So this we're just gonna crumble over top. It's gonna get messy, but it's the last step. We're gonna pop this in the oven for about 40 minutes and then it's done. I've already made one yesterday so I can show you guys, because you wanna put it in the fridge for at least a couple of hours when it's done. So it gets time to harden it a bit, otherwise it will be too crumbly. Sounds a bit counterintuitive on the apple crumble, but it will go anywhere. We're ready to start cutting the cake. We're on to the last step. We're adding some whipped cream. I'm using a kidde, but you can also just buy them pre-made at the supermarket. But how easy was this? It's simple to make, it's not very unhealthy, and best of all, it's also vegan. Alright, let's taste it. It's everything you want from that apple crumble. There's that nice sweetness from the apple, but also the nice sourness from the lemon. And then with the whipped cream you add that fattiness, it has the crunch. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more cooking related videos. Everything is vegan, and I will see you guys in the next video.